Hi everyone, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whenever it is that you're watching from. This is Victoria Tendo with Simple Meals. Today I wanted us to make yellow basmati with beef. Yeah, we are going to see how it really comes out. I've started with 1 glass of basmati rice, half a spoon of turmeric, and half a spoon of salt. I wanted us to start with rice. We boil it, gets ready, and then we do the meat. So now we are headed to the stove. When you use 1 glass of basmati rice, please use 2 of water. So I'm going to pour them in the saucepan, put there the water. This water should be at least boiling already. That's why you see no water here. It's already boiling. So pour in the rice, pour in the ingredients, and boil, which is what we are going to do. So now I've put in the rice with the turmeric and salt, and you stir, and it immediately starts boiling. We'll see when it's ready. Hi guys, our basmati is ready and I've placed it in a bowl like you can see there. So we are moving on to the meat. I'll do one of those very big pieces and we'll use the other piece for probably something else. So in doing the meat, I'll need to cut up into small pieces and I'll show you how it will look like. And then I'm moving on to frying. I'll fry with those very things that you see. And I've used 2 tomatoes, 1 green pepper, 3 carrots, and a cucumber. Just like you see them there is how I cut them there, okay? Into a shape that you would really like. And I'm also planning to use half that bowl green peas. And we are going to do it a step at a time. Each step I reach, I'll show you. The first step is cut up the meat into smaller, tinier pieces that you think will do for you. I've said I'll use 1 piece of those 2. There are 2, 3. I think there are 3. I'll use just 1. It will be sufficient enough. So I'm done with cutting up my 1 piece. Probably could have been a quarter or half a quarter a kilo of meat, pure beef and a little fat. Yeah, so we are going to go through things step at a time. I remember I've already showed you the ingredients that I would use. So I've placed on fire, with 1 tablespoon of salt. When the meat goes soft, we'll take it off and then we'll move on. So as you can see, the meat is boiling. It has boiled for around 10 minutes and I plan to give it 30 extra minutes. So for around, according to the fire you're using, for around 30 to 40 minutes this meat will be tender, because remember the other vegetables that are included will just need to just be fried. So this meat has to be ready 45 minutes, 30 minutes to 45, it will be ready and soft enough even for a child to eat. So you give it a few minutes to come, then I'll show you. I've decided to add just a quarter because we are doing yellow basmati. I decided to add just a quarter teaspoon of turmeric as it boils, so it catches the color easily. Even when we are frying, we'll add a little turmeric just for the color of it. But the rice is very yellow and it's going to come out neat the way we want it to. Yeah, so stick around. And again, I wanted to encourage you, please subscribe, like our videos so that you get more of them. Yeah. So hi people, the meat is ready. As you can see, after 30 minutes I've just drained it, but you leave a little soup. You're going to need it later on as you're frying. Yeah, so next we are moving on to the green beans. or the green peas as most people call them. I'm just going to lightly boil them, lightly. You want to have greens that you're going to benefit from, so I'm going to boil them with a little water that is at least to where they stop in the saucepan, and then boil lightly, probably for 10 minutes if it's a lot of fire. If it's not, then give it 15, but it must be light. You're going to see how it's going to come out. So now I've just put on the fire. It hasn't started boiling yet, but give it a few moments and it will boil maximally 15 minutes. It will be very, very ready. Okay, yeah, the water must stop there. I'm not including any salt in the green peas because there's salt in the meat, there's salt in the rice. We don't want to overdo the salt thing. Yeah. So just after the 10 or 7 minutes that I used, the green peas are ready, as you can see them, and very crunchy as well. They are still hot, that's why the smoke is still, or the steam is still coming off them, but they must look that green. Then you know that they'll be crunchy and beautiful and amazing. So now we are moving on to the oil. Remember the onions I showed you? We're going to start with the onions and then the rest of the ingredients as you'll see me do. So hi people, now the oil is ready, the onions going, just like you see there. Might not use the whole bowl, seems quite much, but still, remember we are just frying lightly. Our things are ready, so we give them just a minute to get ready. Minutes. So we don't fry the onions too much, and then we go with the tomatoes. We ensure that the tomatoes cook and they are ready. We're going to just turn our dish a beautiful color. So you give them around, my fire is not that much, so you give them around probably a minute or so, and they'll get very ready and all gone like I need them to be. And then you add in the other ingredients as well. Remember, I promised I would use half the green peas. I need to use those green peas elsewhere as well in another dish that will cook probably after this one. So I'm just going to use half. It's really, they are really many with the meat and everything else. So we are going to give the tomatoes a few minutes, probably 2 or 3, and they'll be completely mashed up. Our tomatoes, to me, look a bit ready. So what I'm going to do is place in carrots and green pepper, like you can see. I remember I showed you how much I'm using. Place all of them in and still go on stirring. Like you can see, you want them crunchy, just like so. I'm not going to use all the green peas. I'll use half in some in the other dish I'm going to make. I think by then our carrots are crunchy enough. I'm trying to overcook them and the rest of the ingredients that we are choosing. So here I have the ingredients that I'm going to tell you about. I've used mixed spices, I've used salt, I've used a little turmeric, because remember we are making yellow rice. Everything is mixed up in there like that. I'll explain them at the end of the video, but I've used turmeric, I've used mixed spices, which has a lot of them in there, and I've used black pepper, a small teaspoon. It's enough. You can see it looks really yummy, and a teaspoon of salt just for the taste, because we have used a lot of vegetables in there, so we'll need them. We'll need the salt for them to have a little taste with the salt. So we are going to put in the meat. All the pieces that we did boil up. And we stir them up, give them at least a minute or two. That's two. Because the meat is already boiled, so you just give them a few minutes, not seconds. They catch the color. Just like you see there. My God, it looks so yummy. If you are here, we will taste together. Whoever is watching. Yeah. So now we are going to put in a little bit of rice and mix up, and we see exactly how our yellow rice is going to look. We'll obviously have to mix it in all there, but I'm thinking of doing it after the stove. So I'm just going to put half, and we mix up the half, and then sorry, I have to move away sometimes, you might not hear me clearly. So just like you see, oh my God, it looks delicious. Anyway, it's beautiful. See? Just like that. And now we're going to take to the table, mix it up all together. Me and you mix it up all together, and you see exactly how it's going to turn out to look. But it looks yummy already. Salt with everything in there, as I've mentioned. So our green peas, as I had promised, put half the bowl I used in the beginning, and I think that will be quite enough. Mix it all together. It's going to be delicious. Then we add the rice, and still with the rice we mix together. Now our dish is ready. I'm still in the saucepan because I wanted to pick out all the spices, and then we will be able to serve. So guys, our meal is served, and it looks as yummy as you can see it there. A little basmati rice with beef. I've chosen to serve it with avocado, TS, and a little mayonnaise, a little, because it really looks fatty and there's a lot in our dish. You don't need too much. You can even choose not to use it. It's very crunchy, as you can see, the carrots and everything that is in there, the onions, etc. And when you're enjoying it, enjoy it with your family. It can be dinner, it can be lunch, heavy lunch. And to take you a little bit deeper into the ingredients I used a lot of things, just like I did in the beginning. Show you, if you haven't watched the video, go back and watch. If you need more details on exactly what I used, I was thinking of telling you, but it was really a lot. I'm going to include it in the description. When you're watching the video, go to the description for everything that I used. Catch you later in my next video. Our pilau basmati, that is yellow basmati with meat, is already served, and I'm going to enjoy it with family. I made quite a lot, so you can enjoy it with family or with friends or neighbors, and it's delicious. Remember to subscribe, like the channel, and be part of my recipes. Yeah, catch you later. Enjoy the meal.